Ever since November, we've been going through every single specialist character in Black Ops 4's backstory, and each of them has a different background, where they come from, how they grew up, and how they came to be the super soldier that they are today. But one thing every single character has in common is a relationship with Savannah Mason. Savannah Mason is actually one of the main characters in the Black Ops 4 story that is not even in the multiplayer, nor is she in Blackout. However, without Savannah, there is no Black Ops 4. There is no story at all. There is no specialist characters, there's no Blackout. So Savannah really is one of the most, if not the most, important character in the entire Black Ops 4 and even Black Ops 3 as well. So today I present to you the story of Savannah Mason. Now, real quick before we jump into the story, I just wanted to let you guys know that later tonight around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch doing an open lobby, which means you guys actually have the opportunity to play with me. On top of that, we are going to be playing Modern Warfare Remastered, not Black Ops 4, and this month, March, it's actually free to play. So you can go ahead, download the game for free, and play with me for 100% free. So if you want to play some Modern Warfare Remastered with me, or you just want to check out the live stream, it'll be the first link down in the description, and hopefully I see you there around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the question is, who is Savannah Mason? And there's several different ways to answer that. First of all, starting off with her family. She is granddaughter to Alex Mason, one of the main characters in the Black Ops story. She's the daughter to David Mason, another one of the main characters. And as we've talked about many times in Black Ops 4, her sister is Jessica Mason Green. So as you can see, Savannah comes from a long lineage of soldiers. However, she didn't go that way. As it turns out, Savannah Mason is actually the world's first trillionaire. No, you didn't hear me wrong, trillionaire. And it's kind of unclear how she worked to get this money. However, there is one line in the story that hints at it, suggesting that she works in the boardroom and labs as opposed to on the battlefield.
We wanted to make the world a better place. I chose to do it from a lab and a boardroom. But Jessica wanted to fight.
Now, the other interesting bit of information about Savannah's background is that Savannah Mason is not her full name. Her full name is Savannah Mason Myers. Part of this actually doesn't make any sense. Part of this makes it seem like her last name isn't actually Mason, because when we go and check out the intel, one of the calling cards that you can unlock here, you can see Dr. Savannah Myers, PhD, not Dr. Savannah Mason, PhD. Now, the thing with a lot of doctors in the United States and in Canada as well, where I'm from, is that a lot of the time when someone becomes a doctor, they keep their maiden name as their doctorate name. They may hyphenate their name when they get married. However, they keep their maiden name for their doctorate because that's what they actually get on the piece of paper that says that they are a doctor. So here, when we see Dr. Savannah Myers, it makes it seem like her maiden name isn't Mason. It makes it seem like it's actually Myers. For example, as many of you know, my last name is Bowman, and I have an aunt who is a doctor, so she goes by the name Dr. Bowman. However, when she got married, she changed her last name. Let's just call it Smith because I don't want to give away everyone's name. But when she works, she still goes by the name Dr. Bowman. And there's many reasons for that, one of them being legal reasons, medical licensing reasons, and even on top of that, just sticking with the name that's actually on your doctorate. So I just wanted to point out that it is possible that Savannah is not actually a Mason, that she is not actually Alex Mason's granddaughter and not actually Jessica Mason's sister, but rather a sister-in-law. But once again, not 100% sure about that one, so I can't say that with 100% certainty. Also, there's really no one in the Mason lineage that at least we know of that she could marry into to be Jessica's sister. So who knows at this point? Now, the other theory behind this, and I'm sure some of you have already commented this down below, is that she married someone with the last name Myers. Now, this is possible, but it would leave a lot of big plot holes. Well, because just listen to this.
Hey, where are you?
What keeps you alive in a cage is knowing you're in a cage.
You're not in a cage, Frank.
I look him in the eye every single day. I'm losing him.
Oh, come on. Now you're just feeling sorry for yourself. Out here, they get another shot. A fair chance.
That's why I love you, sweetheart. You make no fucking sense.
So I don't know if you caught that, but as you may be able to tell by the audio there, or even by the calling card, Savannah is bumping uglies with Frank Woods. So if you're wondering how Frank Woods is alive or how he's dating Savannah or any of that, I do explain this in the Blackout storyline video that I did in the past. But essentially, Savannah has the ability to reincarnate people. And don't worry, we'll get to that in this video. And she is now dating Frank Woods. Now, if she married someone with the last name Myers, why would she bring Frank Woods back to life and start banging him when she could bring her husband, who whatever Myers, back to life and be banging him? It doesn't make any sense. So in other words, she probably didn't marry into that name either. So there's one option left, and the option is that Savannah was adopted by David Mason. This would make David Mason her father, Alex Mason her grandfather, and what if Jessica Mason was also adopted? You may also know that Jessica Mason's name is Jessica Mason Green. Now, it is rare for kids who are adopted to keep their previous last name, unless they are adopted once they are well into their teens or have grown up quite a bit, then they might hyphenate their name or not change it at all. This would explain why both characters have hyphenated names, yet nobody knows who either of their husbands are. Maybe they don't have husbands, maybe they were simply adopted. So I know that was long-winded, but that explains Savannah's background. Now we can move into who she is, what she does, and all of the technologies that she's come up with. So as we mentioned, she is a trillionaire, and some of the things that they came up with, and the one that you're probably most familiar with, is the simulation. As we've talked about in the past, Black Ops 3 multiplayer takes place in a simulation that directly interacts with a direct neural interface. In other words, you plug your brain into a computer and you can basically fight in a simulation within it. The entire Black Ops 3 multiplayer takes place within that simulation, and Savannah is the person that actually invented it. Which, by the way, I haven't talked about this, but I truly believe that the Black Ops 4 multiplayer is also within the simulation. However, Blackout is not, and don't worry, we'll get to that in a second. Also, this is further amplified in this cutscene here from the story.
Welcome to the immersion. Your instructor has been activated. His methods are unconventional and often nuanced. But if you want to fight and
Mason! Better be goddamn good. You woke me up.
Sergeant Frank Woods, you look like hammered shit.
So as you can see, they don't call it the simulation, but rather the immersion. But same thing, Savannah is the one that invented it. Now the other big project that she's working on, and this is probably the main point of the story in Black Ops 4, is Project Blackout, which, as we've talked about in the past, is a project that can literally reincarnate people. And this project is first brought up in the story in a couple of the cutscene in a kind of tongue-in-cheek way. They don't bring it right out there and say that Savannah has that ability, but she kind of hints at it, and here's what I mean.
Until we meet again. If she dies, we'll bring her back. We'll fix her. We fix everything.
So some definite hints at reincarnating people. They're talking about bringing Battery back to life, or talking about Jessica Mason, her sister, saying, till we meet again. In other words, till I bring you back to life. Now, you can even take this a step further and have a look at the pieces of intel you were given within the Specialist headquarters, and it takes this even further and explains the Project Blackout even more. And the biggest piece of intel that we're going to listen to here is Savannah talking to Raul Menendez, who, once again, Savannah brought back to life, talking about the archetypes, in other words, the characters that she has brought back to life.
The cancer is spreading. Our archetypes are the cure. You, me, Woods, Mason. All of us. This is a matter of national security. I have sworn to guarantee the success of this project. You cannot walk back what you just told me.
You better back the fuck off.
It is out of your hands now. I will take care of it.
I will fix this.
It's too late. Remember, you came to us.
Look, you can't do this. All right, she's my sister.
Was your sister.
Just try it.
So as you can tell from that piece of intel, Raul, Menendez, and Savannah are working together to get Project Blackout to happen. Now the thing is here is, as you find out at the very end of that piece of intel, is that Jessica Mason, Savannah's sister, is completely against what Savannah is doing. This is also told to us within another piece of intel.
You're out of your fucking mind! My project is beyond our wildest dreams. I made this real. Me! It's not ethical. You've seen what happens. How is that a better world? People are dying.
The enemy doesn't play by your rules.
Right. That's why you stole theirs. What happened to you? You know what? It's over. I won't let you do this.
And after that interaction is when Savannah and Raul Menendez put forth the plot to kill Savannah's sister, Jessica Mason. And that's what we see right at the beginning of the story of Black Ops 4. Now, as it turns out, Jessica Mason does not die, tells all of the other specialist characters what is going on, and they all flip sides and end up working with Jessica instead of Savannah to stop Project Blackout. And that's kind of the overarching story of Black Ops 4, Jessica turning the specialist against Savannah. Now, as far as the one big final question, where is Savannah in Black Ops 3? Because technically she should be alive. Well, I think there's kind of three options. I've talked about it in the past before, but I believe that Savannah is actually the person who created the hack Corvus that is kind of the main antagonist in Black Ops 3. And essentially what this is a virus that tears people apart via their direct neural interfaces. And I believe that Savannah is the one that at least propagated Corvus. Now, as far as where she is, I think there's two options. Either one, Jessica and the specialist killed her, or two, as we saw by the cutscene before, Raul Menendez got mad and killed her that way. But once again, this is kind of unclear and just speculation. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the story of Savannah Mason Meyer. As we talked about, it's possible that she is adopted. On top of that, she is the creator of Project Blackout. So now I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you think she's adopted? Do you think she married into the Mason family? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you enjoy these type of videos and want to see more, be sure to hit that like button, as it shows me to continue on with this series and make more videos just like this one. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see and want to stay up to date on all my videos, the best way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.